Hey tribe, welcome in to another Angel and Ancestor weekly message here at Cusp of Roses. My name is Gabrielle. For anybody new here, welcome in. For those of you returning to the channel, welcome back. And special shout out to all my channel members tuning into this message early and ad free. I love you all so very much. And I thank you for your love and support. It truly means the world to me. If you want to become a channel member for exclusive viewer perks and so much more, you can click that link in the description box below or click join next to subscribe underneath this video. If you see that option, it'll take you to the same page where you can overview my membership tier, see what I have to offer, and join wherever you feel comfortable. I would love to have you guys on the more intimate side of this channel, but in the meantime and in between time, let's talk about the next 7 days. Okay, I feel like I have exciting news for somebody here. It feels like, sorry, my nose just started going crazy. There is a lot happening behind the scenes in the ethereal realm here for someone when it comes to guiding you towards your joy and your happiness. And joy and happiness were very distinct words and energies that showed up in my meditation for this message. They're not the same, but they're not coming from the same source, but they are a part of the bigger picture in some way. Okay. It feels like for some of y'all, there is this like 3 of Swords energy that's starting to head towards the 4 of Swords. It just felt like there were a lot of like awareness shifts that are happening in this week. Okay. Seeing what you couldn't see before, understanding what was hidden or knowing what was hidden. There could be some truth coming to light. That's just going to be a running theme for a while here, right? Yeah, you got the Medicine Guardian and the Mirror Guardian. Be open to healing information and take time to reflect. I feel like that's what's been happening here. Some of y'all have been very reflective, very introspective, maybe very hermited in your own energy. And you're starting to see things again for what they really are, Mirror Guardian. Or see yourself in a new way, okay? There is some sort of information, that truth being revealed. It could be causing a wave of healing that's been delayed for some time. I just heard somebody's been holding on to a truth for too long or held on to a truth for too long. And that was like blocking their healing in some sort of way. Now that's about to start happening. But it feels like once this truth is spoken, I'm seeing like an Ace of Swords with like energy pulsing off of it. Once this truth kind of materializes, or as it materializes, some of y'all, this has already happened. It's going to send and kind of close out cycles for others. Like there's a lot of souls tied into this truth. Okay, that's coming to light, or again, that maybe has already come to light. But I do see waves of healing shifting and shutting doors almost. Okay, so a lot, whatever this hidden truth was, or whatever wasn't spoken here, or whatever was hidden, left a lot of wounded doors open, like left a lot of access to somebody's wounds here. Yeah, somebody's really like closing a lot out. It could be a lot of y'all, okay? That could even be just more or less on a global scale. Take it as it resonates. But something significant about the springtime, okay, as we're heading into that over the next few months, that could be when this truth comes out, or that could be when the healing starts to happen, or that's when someone's about to move into the 4 of Swords after being in the 3 of Swords for so long. This healing information could come from a family member, or be about a family dynamic, or could be coming forward to protect a family. Something about protection is key here too. Okay. Yeah, there's some sort of purpose behind this Ace of Swords, because it keeps coming back in my mind's eye. The purpose is to bring the joy and happiness. Okay, okay. I feel like for some of y'all, you've maybe been through a lot of dark cycles. And what I mean by dark is not necessarily surrounded in light, but having to learn how to be the light, okay? Surrounded in shadow, but forcing the light within you to shine brighter. That's an initiation process. Some of y'all are coming out of that initiation with that joy and happiness kind of intact. You found some sort of truth. You discovered some sort of perspective, awareness that is giving you the keys to a new door, giving you the key to a new life, or really just kind of shifting you into a timeline. Something about the Wheel of Fortune energy is significant here. Jupiter could be in somebody's 4th house, okay? Yeah, it's something's about to grow. Yeah, choose your path, Wheel of Fortune. That's what I mean. There's some sort of cosmic shift. Clearly, we've just had that Saturn and Neptune conjunction at 0 degrees of Aries, right? Which begins several different cycles energetically for us as a collective. But I just heard choose the path of truth. Somebody is choosing to lead with their truth. And that's what's kind of closing all these doors that have been open for too long. Okay. I just feel like a much needed spring cleaning. Maybe that's that springtime energy. This truth is cleaning out the mess, cleaning out the clutter that's been suffocating somebody for a while. Okay. Tell me more about this truth, because it's that Ace of Swords won't leave my mind's eye. Tell me more about this Ace of Swords. Angels and ancestors. Okay. Yeah, wise one. Grow within your current situation. Maybe that's what someone's finding the trick or the key to. Okay, there's definitely a lot of wisdom here. Clarify. Something very watery about that energy. Yeah, the warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. Take care of your needs. Someone might have had to activate a lot of courage to share this truth. Okay, have to overcome some sort of fear. Someone needs to stand strong in whatever this truth is. Okay. Yeah, because it feels like by hiding the truth, not standing in that truth, someone hasn't been able to take care of their needs or take care of themselves. Some of y'all have learned that through this winter season, and all of those self-care, self-love seeds that you planted this winter are going to start blooming and blossoming in spring. Okay? Yeah, trust your instincts, animal guardian. Okay? Spirit animals could be very significant here for you. We have 2 owls here, so owls could be significant. Oh, High Priestess, yeah, harness mystic power. Yeah, spirit animals could definitely be significant. A 3rd owl, wow. Witch energy, be the light. Snake energy, shed old skin. Well, that's way too many. Clarify. What's this truth about? Star, ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Okay. And the Hermit, did I not say? Some of y'all have maybe been in Hermit season. Retreat and recharge. This is a season that some of y'all are coming out of. Yeah. You found the wisdom, or you learned how to use your wisdom in your current situation. The wisdom led you to being fearless and standing strong in some sort of truth, knowledge, awareness, perspective, energy, whatever, right? Fill in that blank for yourself. And you stood strong because it was a need to advocate for your needs. Okay, some of y'all had to learn how to maybe speak up for yourself, okay? Yeah, there's something about this truth that was like muting someone's ability to ask for their needs or have their needs be met. Okay, this activated your instincts. Okay, and now you can harness the power of those instincts. And again, like I said, be the light. Some of y'all were in shadowy seasons because you were learning how to turn your inner light on. Okay. And by turning your inner light on, you've shed some sort of old skin that was maybe keeping your light dim, keeping you disconnected from your light in some way. or keeping you out of touch with your intuition, with your ancestry. There's something very important about your ancestry here. Some of y'all are ending karmic cycles or karmic chains, or breaking free of that, closing karmic doors for your ancestry. So generational cycles being broken for some of y'all in this week, all from this hermited space. Some of y'all are learning the power of your inner world, the power of stillness, that sometimes healing doesn't require action. It requires sitting still. Or again, it's the truth of as within, so without. As you mend and heal and realign in your inner world, your external world has no choice but to mirror that. We saw a mirror guardian earlier. Okay, period. So yeah, learning some powerful lessons here. Some of y'all have learned some very powerful spiritual lessons, and you're being called to stand strong and be fearless in that knowledge. Don't be afraid to take care of yourself, or some of y'all are learning how to ask for your needs to be met. Something about this lens communication, okay? So maybe Mercury is significant. I feel like Mercury is about to go retrograde soon. I don't have those dates, but if you do, can you comment them down below? Because I might forget by the end of this channeling. Yeah, the Seven of Cups. Contemplation makes truth known in legal proceedings. Okay. So maybe there's some sort of legal matter that's happening here where the truth comes to light, and I'm looking at this deer and I heard shed light on the innocent. Somebody maybe has been carrying guilt that wasn't theirs to carry. Okay. Maybe that's a generational guilt, or some of y'all are getting the green light to shed something, or to let go of something, or to speak this truth. Let the voice of your soul be heard. Okay. Show me how my soul tribe is growing within their current situation. What's important about this wisdom? Thank you. The Seven of Pentacles. Sevens could be a very significant number. We had the Seven of Cups just now. Yeah, discernment, period. General prosperity and the deliverance of prisoners. The lovely God. Okay. Discernment. That's exactly what you needed. You needed the wisdom of being able to discern when to maybe be fearless and stand strong, when to take care of your needs, when to retreat. Okay, when to trust your instincts, when to be the light. Something about timing, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. And how do they need to be fearless and stand strong, warrior spirit? Ooh. Knight of Cups in reverse. Perception and revelation discovers hidden treasure, reveals secrets of nature in reverse. Okay. Some of y'all had to learn how to stand in your intuitive knowing without physical evidence. Be fearless in your intuition. Stand strong in what your higher self, your inner voice is guiding you and telling you, even if the external world isn't affirming that. Okay. Ooh. And how does my soul tribe need to take care of their needs this week? The Empress. Oh, absolutely. Tap in with Venus. God, the Father, the generous. Fertility, fruitfulness assures peace between married couples. So finding peace. Maybe this is it. Your need for peace. Somebody was holding on to a truth and it was deteriorating and like destroying their inner peace. Somebody was maybe holding on to this truth to not hurt or harm someone else. Almost again, it's like taking on the burden, taking on the weight of something karmically that they weren't meant to carry. Somebody was self-sacrificing their own inner peace to protect someone else from stepping into the light or being seen the way that they need to be seen. Protect somebody's, I'm hearing like image or perception of someone. But it's destroying them internally. Or it was destroying you internally. Okay. Clarify how my soul tribe needs to trust their instincts this week. Ooh, yeah, double energy. Seduction and downfall. Communicates with the dead. Teaches the occult and magic. Yeah, and then you have the Knight of Wands. Protection. Prevents discovery of secret crimes. Saves exiles. Yeah. It's like somebody held on to the truth to protect somebody's shadow from being seen. Somebody's darkness from being seen. But maybe that can't happen no more because it's actually been destroying that person, whoever's been holding on to that truth. Why should my soul tribe trust their instincts? What instincts do they need to trust here? The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Yeah, healing. Heals all disorders. Protects travelers and medical workers. This is what I mean. It was causing a disorder, a disruption, a dis-ease in somebody holding on to this truth. Just so that someone's devil energy could be hidden and tucked away. Somebody might be realizing that they've been protecting the devil. And that's been maybe, I'm hearing like a curse almost. Like it's been a burden, a bind on their peace, on their soul, on their stability, on their joy, on their happiness. Somebody sacrificed their own happiness to protect somebody's inner devil. Okay. Or outer devil child. Who knows? What is the mystic power that they need to harness here, High Priestess? Ooh. 10 of Cups in reverse with the Tower. Yeah. Divine Warrior confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace in reverse. Disruption warns of disasters, aids, and transformations here with the Tower. The Fire of God. Yeah. It's almost like somebody felt like it was their job to protect somebody. And I almost feel like this somebody might have even done them dirty, like almost like clarify, what's the mystic power, High Priestess, that needs to be harnessed by my soul tribe over the next 7 days? Temperance, period. Yeah, the God of joy. There you go. Reconciliation regains the favor of those one has offended. Exactly. Somebody did this as a favor to someone, or thought that by withholding this truth, taking the blame, holding on to the karma, or like absorbing it for this person, it was going to rectify or reconcile some sort of bond maybe between them. And as soon as I said that, I saw Neptune, the symbol for Neptune. So the illusion of a bond, a distorted bond, the illusion of a bond. Somebody thought that that was like the right thing to do. I don't know. That's interesting. Yeah. Or like someone did it in an attempt to reconcile with somebody. I'll take on all that energy, all that maybe hate, all that karma, whatever. If that means we get to continue this bond or stay connected or stay in a relationship or partnership. So this could have been between lovers in some way. Empress energy. Clarify the witch. How does my soul tribe need to be the light here? Thank you. Justice. I can't make it up. Justice. Makes truth known in court. Causes innocence to prevail. Somebody was innocent. Yeah, it's like somebody was carrying the guilt of someone else. Maybe this is true in your world in some way. You've been carrying the guilt that's not for you to carry. Like, that's not yours. It's like somebody feeling bad for someone else doing them wrong. Or I don't know. There's something about that. Justice is here though. Yeah, makes truth known. The truth needs to be known. Somebody might have shown grace or mercy, and that might have been taken advantage of here. I just heard forgiveness. Somebody maybe forgave someone that they maybe, not that you shouldn't, but they forgave them in a way that sacrificed themselves. Or that's just a pattern. Someone's in that pattern of Okay. Almost like trying to do the right thing, the noble thing, the upstanding thing. I'll sacrifice myself. I'll go without. I'll, take the blame. I'll take the fall. I'll do it. If that means we get to keep some sort of connection and some sort of bond. But the bond is an illusion. That's just binding this person to a whole bunch of karmic energy that they don't necessarily need, or like that isn't even meant for them. Somebody was innocently bound in this. Yeah, I can't make it up. The Lovers. Joy and pleasure brings happiness to couples, removes negative energy. Someone decided to absorb the negative energy that wasn't theirs to begin with. But I'm hearing it's turned them into something that they're not. Like it's deteriorated something for them internally. It's destroyed them in some sort of way. Maybe that devil energy, it caused some sort of downfall. Somebody here, it might be you, tribe. You might not be realizing how you are perpetuating your own downfall by absorbing the negative energy of those that you want to maintain bonds with. It's like, I'll put up with it. I'll deal with it. It's okay. I'm strong enough. Okay. But it's really breaking you down and really genuinely holding you back. But it's almost like somebody knows that. Somebody knows that. Somebody knows that you're willing to sacrifice yourself for their protection or their peace, or like to keep them in some sort of good light or something of the sort. Like, I don't know. It's like someone knows that and they're going to let you do it. They're not going to stop being a negative force. They're going to keep doing that and just let you keep absorbing it until you're completely destroyed. Somebody has to get out now, or like you're being given a way out of that, or like maybe that's that truth. Something about sharing the truth releases you from that bond, the illusion of the bond. Maybe these are trauma bonds in some way. Okay, what's the old skin that my soul tribe needs to shed here over the next 7 days? Yeah, the 8 of Wands. Yeah, grandeur makes one passionate towards God. This is what I mean. Somebody thought that this would be the grand gesture, and then like, okay, well, I'll do it. I'll take it on. I'll put up with it. That makes me noble in some sort of way. That makes me, taking the high road kind of a thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to get some sort of reward for taking that high road, or absorbing all that negative energy, or taking the blame and like sacrificing myself. There'll be some reward in that. And there is no reward in that. That's one of the, yeah, that's that false light. That's that false light to get you trapped into self-sacrificing yourself when that's not what we're here to do. It's not even how that works. But yeah, maybe this has some sort of like religious tone to it, right? You need to sacrifice yourself for the sins of others and all of that kind of thing. Like, that's a trap. Just keep it a bean. It's a whole trap. It's a whole trap to keep you disconnected, to keep you sleep in a way. Okay. So that's what I mean. Somebody thought that if they did that grand gesture of, again, absorbing that negative energy, taking the fall for something, doing this, that it was going to reap some sort of reward. But it almost feels like it only led to whatever that bond was, betraying them. It just feels like it led to betrayal. Yeah, somebody felt like they were going to be exalted because they took that fall, or they did that thing, or they held on to that truth, or they went with a different narrative, or you know what I mean? Or like protected someone's devil energy. And it's only allowed the devils into their life. Yeah, the Page of Cups. Divine comfort gives consolation and protection from one's enemies. Exactly. Somebody didn't, or might be realizing that they were protecting their enemy. And making an enemy out of themselves, because it feels like the higher self was rejecting that. So someone's been at war with themselves for the sake of a bond with someone else. And that bond is an illusion. It's not even real. And it was only maybe set up to destroy this person. Yikes. Okay. But some of y'all, like, yeah, and maybe I'm talking about somebody connected to you, and if so, share this reading with them if you would like to, or if you are comfortable with that. But if this is you, it is a bond that you're holding on to that's really destroying you. And the divine is trying to get you to move out of it, to shift out of that bond, to shed that old skin of thinking that sacrificing yourself is going to lead to some sort of reward with this person or within this dynamic. This could even be a job. Take it as it resonates. Oh, if you put in the extra hours and you do all this extra work for me, you'll be up for that promotion. It's guaranteed. And then it never happens. They just got you to do their dirty work. You see what I'm saying? It's like you're sacrificing yourself for nothing. The moon. Divine revelation reveals messages, has the power to destroy. Exactly. God is my strength. Archangel Gabriel. You also have Archangel Raphael here too, the healing archangel. Through this discernment, you gain divine revelation. With the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody maybe was wondering why they couldn't grow in a certain situation, why they felt like they kept hitting a ceiling. It's because of the bonds. There's some sort of relationship or some sort of connection that you're still holding on to or still protecting, whether you're aware of it or not. For some of y'all, it's maybe become second nature to do so. Yeah, High Priestess, I'm confirming something. Self-atonement. I can't make it up. Cures mental illness, deliverance from persecution, success and protection from magistrates. Exactly. God liberating the oppressed. Somebody has been oppressed. Somebody's accepted oppression, thinking it was going to be a reward in the end for doing so. I'll keep myself trapped in this cage if it means that you'll love me, you'll care for me, you'll always be there for me, you'll, you know, whatever. Like, it could be multi-layered here, so just take it if it resonates for you. You might know somebody who's kind of trapped in this cycle of energy. Okay, clarify here, Divine. The Warrior with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Right. Somebody has to stop, I just heard, foolishly giving their love away. Somebody doing that as like an act of love when love isn't in the room. And that's what I mean. Somebody knows that someone loves them so much and cares for them, or there's some sort of trauma bond there. And they know how to manipulate this person into furthering the damage on them while they get to skate free. It's like somebody still is just committed to feeding somebody negativity until it destroys them. That's what's been hidden with the moon. But whoever you are, if this is you or if this is someone connected to you, they're much stronger than they're aware. You're much stronger than you're aware of. Yeah. God is my strength. And it seems like the divine is trying to get you to be aware of that, to shed the skin that says you're not strong, or that you need to do that. That there's something about that. Clarify. Be fearless and stand strong with the Knight of Cups in reverse. Ooh. Can I get one here for the Knight of Cups in reverse under Warrior? Thank you. Yeah, the Eight of Cups. Somebody has to detach. God, the pleasure of man's children. Transformation gives consolation in adversity. Exactly. Somebody might have also been like a rescuer kind of archetype. When they don't understand, they were rescuing their enemy. Every time. Someone felt obligated to save somebody, help somebody, like, you know, lift somebody up or keep somebody good or protect somebody. And that very somebody is their enemy, was destroying them. Okay, well, that ends, I feel like, over the next 7 days. Somebody's going to finally get it. Show me a winner in taking care of your needs with the Empress. Thank you. The Empress and the Hierophant. Divine forgiveness obtains friendship and favors the great, secures promises. This is what I mean. Somebody might have been promised something, promised love, promised partnership. Oh, I'll be with you if you do this for me. I'll, you know, do that. Like promises of promises that were empty. Somebody might have also been doing this to seek forgiveness from someone. To maintain, again, maintain a friendship that was destroying them. The merciful God. Okay, clarify trusting your instincts with the Wheel of Fortune. God is healed. Yeah, somebody's healing from this or has healed from this. Maybe that's going to cement itself. Those doors are going to close. Scars or wounds are going to mend here over the next 7 days. Clarify. Yeah, the 10 of Swords in reverse. Exactly. Get those swords out of your bag. The marvelous God, revelation, protects from sadness, gives revelations in dreams. I just heard you're not dreaming anymore. Okay, somebody could have been stringing somebody along with the dream of something, or like the, yeah, Knight of Cups in reverse, love bombing in a way. And it's like the instincts are telling someone that someone is the source of their sadness, is the source of their pain. But because they like have some sort of warped or misguided loyalty towards this person, towards this enemy, they'll never come up against, like, do you see what I'm saying? It was like they couldn't see this person for who they really were. That's that Neptune energy. Okay, High Priestess with Temperance. Clarify. Yeah, somebody wanted to do this to regain favor or felt like they had to. When in truth, it almost feels like that's not even really the reality. This person didn't need to regain the favor of this enemy. But that's how it played out in this way. Or like that's how someone tried to position themselves in this person's world. I just heard shifted blame. So shifted blame on somebody who was innocent. And because they might have been pure of heart, felt guilty, so then they felt like indebted to somebody, or like, okay, well, I got to make it up to you, or I got to do this, or like, I'll take it, or dang, like, it's like somebody knew how to emotionally manipulate somebody. And someone could be waking up to that manipulation here. Clarify. Temperance with the High Priestess divine. Ooh, that's too many. Yeah, the Four of Cups. The God deflecting evil, healing capacity, protection from weapons, safety in travel. And I feel like this is where the divine is trying to come in with that Tower. Somebody has had a hard time getting into the Eight of Cups around this situation because of that emotional manipulation. It's like someone feels like they're forever indebted to somebody that, again, I can't make it up, is like their enemy in a way. There's really no debt there. If anything, it should be reversed in a way. I just heard ego and pride, but somebody's ego and pride won't allow them to take accountability, or like won't allow them to be, that's what it is. If this is between people or whatever the situation is, could again be even in a work environment, but somebody's ego and pride blocks them from being or finding humility. So somebody can't access humility enough to be able to be in that kind of servitude towards somebody, or feel the need to kind of like right their wrongs. So they shift the blame so that everyone brings that energy towards them, because they can't be humble in and of themselves. So they kind of prey on humble people and then shift that blame. And then that person, again, with the good heart is like, oh, dang, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, well, now let me like make it up to you. Let me do this. Let me do that. Let me help. And it's just stand to receive, but it could never be the other way around. Do you see what I'm saying? There's justice for that. If somebody's been caught in that cycle, there's justice coming for you, love. Okay. Show me justice with being the light, divine. Clarify justice. What does justice look like in this situation? Thank you. The 5 of Pentacles with the 9 of Swords. Yeah. Purification. Protection from the impious. Yeah. Religious sentiments. Again, patience reveals secrets of nature, spreads knowledge in industry. Exactly. I think it's that purification. That's what justice looks like for whoever this is. It's purifying you, shedding you from that skin, from those habits. Okay, I'm hearing even from that armor. And that's what I mean. Protection from the impious. This is somebody who, this is somebody who, honestly, they needed to be protected from. But they formed some sort of trauma bond with. So they can't look at them as their enemy, when they've been the enemy the whole time. Okay. I just heard there's right and there's wrong. And somebody's been taking the fall for someone's wrongs for too long, or covering up somebody's wrongs for too long. Can I get one for justice here, divine? Thank you. Oof. Yeah, the 3 of Swords is what I mean. Maintaining those 3 swords in the heart. I can't make it up. Love and submission cures illness, influences paternal love, gives long life. Somebody's been cutting their own life short by submitting to an enemy in the name of love. When again, love isn't in the room. Love was probably never really genuinely in the room, because you don't do that. You don't do that to people you love. You don't let the people you love take the blame and the fall, or like, you know what I'm saying? Shift blame on them and then put them in the, like, you just don't do that. You don't manipulate. Somebody is realizing that they've been holding on to those 3 swords. And it's justice. Justice looks like removing them. Somebody can claim their solar plexus chakra back, like their life force has been drained because of this. Show me the 8 of Wands with shedding the old skin. Yeah, the 4 of Pentacles. Self-atonement, again, cures mental. This could even have caused some sort of mental disturbance in this person. Maybe even in you. Maybe you suffered mental health issues because of whatever this is. God liberating the oppressed. Exactly. That old skin was oppressing somebody. The skin of feeling like they had to be the sacrificial lamb, or like, you know, I'm going to take the high road. I'm going to do all of this. I can heal that. I can transmute all that, like absorbing all that negative energy when it wasn't meant to, or it's like in vain almost, in the name of maintaining some sort of bond, protecting someone that was feeding them the negative energy. Dang. Okay. Well, whoever this is, you're coming out of this cycle. Okay, Page of Cups. Divine comfort with the star ancestors. Follow the voice of your soul. Clarify. 10 of Cups. Come on now. Divine warrior confounds the wicked, brings victory and peace. Like I said, you're going to have victory and peace. Once this truth comes out, once you free yourself from this bond, the Fool. Yeah, and you have a whole new chapter, a whole new life to start. Will and new beginnings. Assist with difficult and great undertakings. So yeah, you have your star ancestors helping you here, assisting you with coming out of this cycle, shedding this skin, understanding the power that was maybe being stolen from you or siphoned from you. figuring out how to harness it and reapply it. Okay. And again, rebonding you with your instincts, because I almost feel like someone may be new, but because of the trauma bond, it's like you didn't want to believe that that's what was happening. So it prolonged it. Yeah, somebody's been neglecting their needs, and it's time to take care of themselves. And that starts by living in the truth, or allowing the truth to be known, allowing the truth to be revealed. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah, you have divine comfort coming in from your ancestors here to get you through this shedding that has to happen. Yeah, it's time to liberate yourself from whatever this bond is. It's been oppressing you. And I almost feel like somebody even knows that, but they maybe just accepted that this is just the way it has to be for that self-atonement type of a vibe, or like, no, like I gotta take that. Like it's somebody's like guilt where there doesn't need to be any. I just heard no matter what happened. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so what are the synchronicities then here? What are the clarity and confirmations of this energy through synchronicities? Angels and ancestors here of my soul tribe. What's the outcome of this energy, this shift, this new beginning, this shedding? Thank you. Okay. I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. Bonds. Yeah. This is a bond that was meant to be broken. Synergy and luck, exactly. And as I say that, meant to be broken so that you can step into new synergy and start receiving some sort of Wheel of Fortune energy, luck. It's like somebody was very complacent with being at that Seven of Pentacles. Reach whatever that glass ceiling, or whatever, oh, you can only grow this far, you can only do this much, you can only reach here. And that was maybe even the self-sacrifice part. Yeah, and oppression, when somebody is in the energy of oppressing someone else, they rarely realize that they're holding themselves back. By trying to stomp down on everybody else, you in order to keep that pressure on them, or keep that weight, or keep that ceiling, you have to be there. So you can ascend and grow. So this is what I mean. The cycles of oppression are absolutely being broken, and that could definitely, again, global scale energy, okay? But we're all going to start experiencing that in our own lives. Whatever we've allowed to oppress us can be no more. Yeah, support. I'm trying to tell you, you have angelic support here for sure. Ancestral support for sure. In this change. Clarify what other synchronicities are important here for my soul tribe to connect with this reading. Ooh, achievement. Exactly. You saw how it knocked out bonds? Somebody couldn't get to their 10 of Pentacles, can't move past the 7 of Pentacles because of the bonds that they had. The bonds that they were cherishing or feeding into, or allowing to live longer than they needed to, they weren't closing the door on or cutting off. And now that these bonds are being severed, somebody's finally going to be able to achieve everything that they've meant to. I just heard everything they've worked so hard for. Yeah, make a freaking wish. Now your wishes get to be fulfilled because you severed the right bond. This could even been a situation where maybe somebody didn't know, like, I'm seeing like a bomb. And you know how it's like you got to cut the right wire to make sure it doesn't detonate or go off. Somebody didn't know how to pick the right wire, was cutting all the wrong wires. So maybe something did explode, or some sort of bomb or disruption, or that tower maybe already happened or is about to happen. And if that is the case, if you have experienced a tower moment, you do have divine support into rebuilding your path or rebuilding your life or your energy. And once you rebuild, then you have all these wishes, all this abundance, all these achievements you get to start having, because that bond has now been broken. Whether you clip the right wire to do it just in time, you know how the clock be counting down, or if you got it just in time, or it ended up exploding, but it destroyed the bond in that explosion. So you might have took a bit of a hit, but you're going to bounce back from this. I just heard stronger than ever. And for those of you that have been wishing for change, praying for change, it starts with you. Oh. Yeah, it starts with you. Confidence. Your angels and ancestors want you to be confident in your inner voice, in your intuition. Confident that your wishes will come true. Confident in your support. Confident in your ability to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve. Okay? And no longer sacrifice your confidence for the sake of a bond. Sacrifice your well-being, your stability, your mental health, spiritual health, physical health, and wellness for the sake of a bond. Because any bond that's asking you to sacrifice that is no bond of goodwill. It's not good intention. It's an ill-intended bond. Trauma, pain, devil energy. Okay? Yeah, some of y'all got to find that bravery. Okay, so 7s could be very significant. 3s clearly can be significant. 2s can also be significant. 111. Okay, take this all again as it resonates with you, my love. I thank you so much for tuning into this message. Let me know what resonated with you in the comments down below. I love to hear that from y'all. Thank you. And if you made it this far in the message, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, as I do pull energy for my subscribers. So if you want to be included in that energy pull, make sure you are at least subscribed. Make sure you also like this video. I appreciate it. Share it with whomever you feel might need to hear this message in your world. All right, and definitely check out the links in the description box below. Again, you can join the channel for viewer perks. Viewers are watching this reading 7 days early, okay? If you want your own personal angel and ancestor message, that'll also be linked down below. You can book that at my website, cusproses.store. You can also shop collective merch there, just kind of general items that I have there for you that are super cute and I love, and I hope you guys love too. But check it out. That's again all linked in the description box below. I appreciate that support, y'all, and I love you so very much. And I really do hope that this brought clarity and confirmation that you may be needed for the next 7 days or whenever this reading finds you. Okay, I love y'all, and I'll see you in our next one. Namaste.